All right. So go ahead and come to your comfortable seat. Dark and stormy today. I'm at an angle so that I can see both of you at the same time. You guys do whatever you want. Just come into your comfortable seat. Maybe rock a little bit forward and back. Try and find your sit bones underneath you. And then come to that straight up position where your spine is nice and tall. Draw your belly in. And exhale everything out. If it's comfortable for you, you can go ahead and close your eyes. Start to notice your breath. Breathing in, filling your lungs up. And then as you exhale, breathing out, letting your lungs collapse. We'll do this a few more times, coming into the space, coming into the room, letting go of everything that's happened earlier in the day. And when you're ready, reach your arms straight out at shoulder height. Feel your fingertips extend to either side. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Spread your fingers apart. And then turn your palms back down. Flip your palms like you're stopping traffic to either direction, and then gently turn and look over your left shoulder. And then turn and look over your right shoulder, gently moving your neck back and forth. And when you're ready, drop your right hand down, reaching your left arm up, and then all the way over. Walk your right fingertips out a little bit further, seeing if you can find the stretch all the way through your side body. Let your right hip get heavy or your left hip get heavy. And then maybe even bend your right elbow. From here, I invite you to inhale and lengthen your arm, and then exhale, turn, gently look past your shoulder. Inhale, open your heart up to the ceiling. And then exhale, rotate, look back behind you. Inhale up. And exhale, rotate back. Slowly come all the way back up, spine straight, roll your shoulders. And now roll them in the other direction. And then lift your arms back out to the side, reaching your fingertips away from you. Rotate your palms upwards. And then rotate them back down, flex your hands. Feel the heel of your palm pressing away. And now drop your left hand down, reaching your right arm up, 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 up and over. Walk your left fingertips away from you a little bit more. Get heavy through your right hip. And breathe here. Let your left elbow get a little bit heavier. See if you can deepen that stretch. And now reach your arm long, and as you do, twist and look over your back shoulder. And then rotate, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, twist, look over your back shoulder. And then rotate and look up. Come all the way back in the other direction. Go ahead and see if you can sit forward just a little bit on your sit bone so that you're feeling like your spine is nice and straight. And then reach your arms straight up to the ceiling. Turn your palms towards me and make some finger puppets because it's fun. Wriggle your fingers, move them around. And remember that as we get into our downward dog and some of our other positions, that you're going to want to press into those finger pads and into your knuckles. And now let everything come back down. Slowly reach yourself forward. Very gentle forward bend. It's very early in class. We're not expecting to get much here. Just a little bit of breath. And then roll back up. Go ahead and cross your legs. Legs coming through into your tabletop position. Underneath your hips. Go ahead and wag your tail in your hips. And now what I want you to do is think about pressing your hips over to the right and then starting to find that curve through your side waist as you look back over your left shoulder. So you might feel this in your outer hip. And then gently come back through center and round your spine, curving, looking over your right shoulder. And come back to center. Drop your belly, open your heart, big inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, round. We're going to reach our right leg back behind us, and we're going to rotate back and forth, rock back and forth over our toes. So you want to start to feel a stretch through the back of your calf muscle. And then come back to where your shin is pressing in, your left shin is pressing into the mat, your left hip is over your left knee. You're still pressing all 5 toes, if possible, into the floor. And now we're going to take our left hand and we're going to reach it up to the ceiling. That was just the speaker. Don't worry about that. And then we're going to bring our left hand to our left hip. And from here, we're going to see if we can rotate a little bit further open. And then extend that arm back up. And on your exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right arm. Not coming down as far as you need to. Maybe it's all the way down to your shoulder, maybe not. And then we're going to open back up to the left. And then bring our left hand down. Bring your right knee back underneath your hip. If you need to shake out your wrist, go ahead and do that. So now we're going to notice the difference how that feels if we have both of our shins on the floor. So reach that left arm back up again. Bring it to your left hip. Breathe in on the exhale. See if you can open your chest a little bit more to the left. Reach your left arm back up. And on your exhale, thread your arm underneath. This time, seeing if you can bring your ear all the way down. And then walk your right fingertips forward. Roll onto the left side of your head. Breathe here. One more deep breath. And then bring your right hand back. Press yourself back up into your tabletop position. Other side, reach your left foot back. Rock back and forth over your toes, stretching out your calf. And now peel up with your right arm towards the ceiling, opening to the right. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Breathe in, and on your exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper, noticing how your left toes really need to press into the mat to help you with that balance. Reach your right arm up and exhale, bring it underneath. Coming down to whatever's comfortable for you. And And then come back up, return your right hand under your right shoulder, bring your left knee in, you're in your tabletop position. And now with both knees on the ground, reach your right arm up. Bring your right hand to your right hip, breathe in, lengthen, exhale, twist a little bit more. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling. And big exhale, bring that arm all the way down and under, right ear on the floor. Walk your left fingertips forward. Breathe here. Notice if one side feels different from the other side. It can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. And now walk back, pressing yourself back up into your tabletop position, keeping those fingers spread nice and wide. We're going to walk both feet back, coming into a plank position. If that's not available, stay in tabletop. Holding here in your plank, we're going to think about lifting our hips up, coming into our downward facing dog. Breathe here. Adjust your feet, making sure that they're hip distance apart. Press into your thumb and your forefinger and your knuckles, making sure that you're equally spreading that body weight between all four of the connections with the floor. Now inhale, pull forward back to plank. Exhale, lift up to down dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lift up to down dog. One more, pull forward. Hold here in plank, lower your knees, untuck your toes, bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Breathe here, reach your elbows back like little grasshopper legs. And then gently lift your heart up, coming into a very small back bend. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Bring your head back to center. Press up into your tabletop position, up into your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Flex your right foot. Reach your right heel back, extending your leg. Now bend the right knee and start to open the hip, bringing the right knee up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. We're going to extend the right leg back behind us, straightening it out. And then bend your right knee, bring your right foot all the way up between your hands. Place your right foot down, lower your left knee, untuck your toes, come on up. Placing your hands on your thigh, go ahead and press your upper body away, feeling a stretch through your left front hip, and maybe a little bit of an opening and a lift through your chest. Take one more breath here. Thinking about squaring your hips forward, which means your inner thighs are working really hard. Take one more breath, reach your arms up. Find your balance. Bring your hands to heart center. And now we're going to twist, bringing our left elbow to the outside of our right knee. As we breathe in, we lengthen, and as we exhale, maybe we twist a little bit more. Breathing here, pressing down through your shin, the top of your left foot, your entire right foot. Take one more breath. And then reach your arms back on up. Exhale your hands down by your front foot. Reach your right arm forward, up to the ceiling. And this might be where you stop, or maybe you reach your arm all the way back. Maybe you can bend your left foot and find your left toes. Feeling a big stretch through the front of your thigh. You took your long run over the weekend. This might feel touchy. And then slowly release, bring that right Hand down, curl your left toes, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out, right and left. Or if you prefer to stay still, stay still. This is always options. Now float your left leg straight up behind you. Reach the heel back. Bend the left knee, turn and open it to the left. Breathe in. Bend the left leg back behind you, nice and straight. And then bend the left knee, slide the left foot up between your hands. Lower your right knee down, untuck the toes. When you're ready, climb yourself up, placing both hands on your left thigh. Find your balance. Think about working here, squaring your hips to the front of the mat, making sure that your left foot is off to the left and not straight in front of your right leg. That's going to help you stay more stable. Gently push away from your thigh, feeling a big stretch through the front of this hip flexor. Nice. Rear is helping you stabilize. And now bring your hands to heart center. When you're ready, twist to the left, bringing your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Looking over your left shoulder, finding your twist. And then reach back up. On your exhale, rain your fingertips down. Reach your left arm forward this time, up to the ceiling. Decide how far you want to go. Maybe bringing the leg all the way, the arm all the way behind you. Maybe finding that right foot. Breathing here. And now release that. Bring your left hand down, curl your right toes, step back to downward facing dog. Right, left. Float your right leg back up behind you, reaching it nice and long. Press the mat away from you. Bend the right knee, open the hip to the ceiling. Re-extend the right leg in three-legged dog. Draw the knee into your chest, maybe hover for a second before you place the right foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. You are welcome to put your left knee down, or if you're ready for a little bit more of a challenge, keep your left knee lifted. Slowly bring both hands to your thigh. Once you find your balance and you feel comfortable here, you can reach your arms on up to the ceiling. Feeling a deep stretch through your hip flexor, you can bend your back knee and then extend it out a little bit. Draw your hands to heart center. Explore twisting to the right, bringing your left elbow, other way, Yvonne. No, twist the, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. If you have the balance, you can look up over your right shoulder. We're just gonna go for it. Take one more breath, squeeze your inner thighs, find that stability. And now unwind, reach your arms back up, exhale, knee, reach your right arm forward, all the way back, and see if you can find that left foot. So we're looking over our front leg. Nice. And release. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Back. Bend the left knee, open the hip up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Extend the left leg back up behind you. And this time as you come forward, maybe you hover in that plank, hugging the knee into your chest, and then you step your foot up between your hands. Reaching your right heel back. Stay here or lower your right knee, up to you. Bring your hands onto your left thigh. Sit up nice and tall, and then reach your arms up to the ceiling. Breathing nice and deeply, reaching up, relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to heart center, explore twisting to the left, bringing the right elbow to the outer edge of the left knee. Breathe here. One more breath. And then unwind, reach up, rain your fingertips down, lower your right knee, reach your left arm forward, up, all the way back. And maybe you can find that left foot. Breathe here. Release that. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here and down dog. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Coming into a deep forward fold, bending your knees, letting your belly rest on your thighs, reach for opposite elbows, and then gently rock side to side if that's something you enjoy doing. And when you're ready, release your arms, roll up nice and slow, engaging your belly button to support your lower back as you roll all the way up to stand. Breathe here, nice and tall, nice and strong. Lift your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, let them roll open to the back. Feel that opening through your chest. Do it one more time, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and then let them come back. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of tree balancing. So if you wanna move to a wall or a chair or something, go. I'm gonna give everyone a moment to do that because it's much more easy, or not easy, it's much more comfortable if you know you have that right there. So standing nice and tall, I'm gonna mirror you. So we'll be doing the same side. We'll see how that goes. All right, so both feet standing nice and tall. You're gonna shift your weight into your right leg. Heel up onto your left toes. Nice. Maybe you even rotate your ankle a little bit. See how that feels. From here, lift your left knee up. See if you can balance here. Arms are down by your side. Maybe they're out in a T shape if that's better. Find something that's not moving too much to really focus on. All right, we're gonna place that left toe down. And now we're gonna bring our left foot either onto our calf or above our knee, but not onto our knee, because we don't wanna have this pressure pressing into our knees, very sensitive joint. And arms can go out to the side. If you're feeling balanced today, maybe they reach up to the ceiling. And then think about pressing into the big toe, the heel, and the pinky toe of your right foot. Think about your belly button drawing up, your tailbone lengthening down behind you. Keep breathing, relax your shoulders, so many rules, and maybe even smile. Take one more breath here, you can do it, and then slowly, softly let your tree melt back down into the ground. Shake it out before we do the other side. It was excellent balancing. So good for us to practice balancing and like kind of checking in where we are. All right, let's shift our weight into our left foot. We're gonna peel up onto our right toes this time. Maybe rotate that right ankle a little bit. And now you have a string and lift that right knee up. Breathing here, balance with your arms down, out to the side, whatever is good for you. Nice. Now about pulling our right foot onto our calf or above our knee, but not directly our knee, because that's not healthy. All right, press your standing left leg into the bottom of your right foot. That's going to help you with the stability, that pressure. And when you're ready, you can bring your arms up or out to the side. And now think about drawing your spine up towards the ceiling, yet relaxing through your shoulders, relaxing the tension in your jaw, the space between your eyebrows. Standing tall, proud trees. One more breath. And then slowly let everything come down. Come to the front of the mat. And we're going to gently do some sun salutations. So standing up at the front of the mat with your feet about hip distance apart. There is no strict rule here. So if you like your stance to be narrower, you like your stance to be wider, that is all acceptable. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward with a slight bend in your knees. With your hands on your shins, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, bring your hands to either side of your feet. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. You're in plank position. Lower your knees down, untuck your toes, lower your chest and chin. Coming to baby cobra, pulling your elbows back. As you exhale, you're going to come through tabletop, curl your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe here, nice and slow. And then start to walk your feet back towards your hands. When they get up there, inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold back forward. Inhale, reach out to the side, up, palms touch. Draw your hands down through center to your side. And we're going to do it all over again. Bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Fold forward, soft bend in the knees. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, step your right foot back. Take a breath here. Lower your knees, bend your elbows, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop, back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. And breathe. And then look forward at your hands and start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Breathe here. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Stay here in your low lunge for a moment. Maybe even rock back and forth a little bit. And then plant your hands, step back to plank. You can lower your knees and go knees, chest, chin. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And breathe here. Step your right foot forward this time. Maybe hang out here for a moment in your low lunge, rocking back and forth. And then step your left foot forward into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back forward. Inhale, reach out, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down through heart center, all the way down. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. flat back. Plant your low lunge, rocking your hips back and forth, and then plant your hands, step back to plank. Knees chest chin or halfway down to chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands, step your left foot forward back into that low lunge. Rocking back and forth. And then step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your palms all the way up to touch. Exhale, down by your side. All right, we're gonna move into our flow. We'll build it, we'll change it, we'll do it a few times. So inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Knees, chest chin or chaturanga dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe here. 3 nice long slow breaths. Lifting your hips up, letting your heels get heavy. Put your left leg up behind you this time. Reach that heel back behind you. Check that the weight is even between both hands. Take one more breath here. And now draw your left knee into your chest, nice and slow. Making our way with our left foot up between our hands. We're in our low lunge. Take a breath and pause here. And then turn your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. We're gonna reach our arms out and forward and come into our warrior one. Pressing into the outer edge of our right foot, we wanna feel our hips try and work their way towards the front of the mat. Take one more breath here and then bring your hands behind you. Interlace them. If you want to be really particular, put your right hand on top, your right thumb on top of your left thumb. Let your hands track a little bit down your back leg and open your heart up to the ceiling. On your next exhale, hinge forward, reaching your chest towards your knee, the crown of your head to the floor, and maybe your hands up towards the ceiling. Coming into your humble warrior. Now, as if I'm pulling your hands, I want you to lift yourself back up with a momentum that's coming from behind. Gently release those fingers, reach them up to the ceiling. As you do, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee, open your elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. From here, we're gonna open our arms out into our T position. Keeping our feet where they are, can we rotate our torso to the right so that you're facing the hallway? Nice. If you have to adjust your feet. Of course, you're not stuck to the floor. With those arms reaching straight out at shoulder height, palms facing down. Turn your left palm up, exhale back towards, yes. Coming into a peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Turn the left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. One more time, we can do it. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. This time when we come back to warrior two, we're gonna straighten that front leg. Coming into triangle. Reach towards me and bring your left hand down to your left shin, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Think about rotating still from the waist while your inner thighs are working. Nice, everyone, great. Take one more breath here. Bend your front knee, come back into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down nice and slow. Come into a low lunge. Take your time. Slide your left foot back. Choose your version of your in or baby cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk your feet up to your hands. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. Walk back to your down dog. So you're still in your down dog. My bad. Got distracted. Put your right leg up behind you. Think about reaching that right heel back. And then slowly draw the right knee into your chest. Coming forward, sliding that right foot up between your hands. Playing here in your low lunge for a moment. And now turn your outer foot down. Pressing into your outer heel. Reach your arms forward, coming up into your warrior one. Maybe you need to adjust your feet. Think about squaring your hips to the front of the mat. Lengthening your tailbone. Reach your arms back behind you, this time left thumb on top if you want to be particular. Reach your hands back behind you. Opening your chest up. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head to the floor. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Now feel that pull from your knuckles. Feeling your chest back on up. Once you're upright, release your hands and bring your arms all the way up, straightening your leg. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knee. Inhale, reach. We're going to keep our front knee bent, arms up. Keeping our feet where they are. Rotate your body towards the windows. Open your arms out to shoulder height. Reaching your palms down, your fingertips away from you. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Maybe you sit a little bit lower. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Last one, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two, straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm forward, bring your hand down to your shin. Reach your left arm up. Think about pressing your feet into the floor, rotating your inner thighs. Take one more breath here. We're gonna bend our right knee, lift ourselves back up into our warrior two, and then cartwheel our hands down. Hang out here in your low lunge for a minute. And then step back into plank position. You can take a vinyasa or go straight to down dog. It is up to you. But we'll all meet here in the down dog. Breathing deeply. Take a child's pose if you need it. Take a break. Nice and slow. All right, float that left leg up behind you again. Draw the left knee into your chest, nice and slow, like you're moving through honey. Shifting forward as you slowly bring the left foot up between your hands. You're in that low lunge. Turn the right heel down, press into the outer edge of the right foot, and then reach your arms out and up, coming into your warrior one. Bring your hands behind you, interlock your fingers, right thumb on top. Trace your leg, gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Crown of the head to the floor. Knuckles up to the ceiling. Engage your inner thighs. Press down to your front foot. Take one more breath here. And then pull yourself back up. Once you're upright, is your front leg bent, release your fingers. Reach your arms up. Straighten your leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen and straighten. Exhale, bend. Nice, everyone. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale. Exhale. From here, reach your arms out to the side. Rotate towards the door. Beautiful warrior twos. Gaze over your left fingertips. Look at how far away they can reach. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Take a breath here. Come all the way through this time to side angle, placing your left forearm on your left thigh. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe reach your right arm towards the front of the room, bringing your bicep by your ear. Drop your left hip a little bit more. So nice. We're going to open back up to warrior two. Straighten our left leg. Reach forward, coming into triangle, bringing your hand down to your shin. Reaching your right arm up to the ceiling, engaging your inner thighs. Bring your right hand by your right ear. And now we're going to turn and bring both hands down to the floor as we walk ourselves to the right, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Taking a few breaths here, maybe walking your hands back towards your toes, shifting your weight ever so slightly. So maybe you could flip a Metro card underneath your heel. One more breath here. And now place your left hand underneath your face. Twist up to the right, reaching your right arm up to the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your right arm under your left towards your left ankle. And then look up over your left shoulder. If you're feeling, deepening the twist. Breathe here. Slowly unwind back into your forward fold. Walk your hands back to the left. Bend your left knee, come back into your low lunge. Hang out here for a second. And then slide your left foot back to plank. Your choice of a vinyasa or skip it. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Float your right leg up behind you, reaching that foot back, squaring your feet. And now draw the right knee into your chest, moving like you're in honey, slowly coming into plank, slowly making space to slide your right foot up between your hands. Find that low lunge. Make any adjustments to your feet that you may need to. Turn your left foot down. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your arms up. Breathe here. Reach your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Left thumb on top. Open the heart up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Crown of the head all the way down to the floor. Breathe here. As if your knuckles are pulling you up, come all the way back on up, release the fingers, reach the arms up to the sky as you straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen and straighten. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knee. Inhale and straighten. One more time, bend. Reach your arms out to the side. Pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Rotate towards the windows. Nice, everyone. Gaze out over those right fingertips. Find nice, strong arms. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful triangle. Beautiful. Other way, Yvonne. Towards the back wall. There you go. Nice. And now come all the way forward, right arm on right thigh. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Bend your other knee. Bend your knee closer to me. There you go. Yep, you got it. Nice. And now reach your left arm towards me. Beautiful. Sit that right hip down a little bit lower. And now bring your left hand down and slowly walk your hands over to the left. I missed something, but we're just gonna let it go. Just let your head hang heavy. We'll all survive. Breathe here. Go ahead and place your right hand under your face. Twist your left arm up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, bring your left hand under your right, reaching towards your right ankle. Hang out here, or maybe bring your right hand to your right hip, or reach your right hand up to the ceiling, twisting even deeper. And then slowly release. Walk your hands back to your front foot. Come back into your low lunge. Slide your right leg back. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice. Put your right leg up behind you this time. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist as we move into pigeon. Extending the left leg back behind you. If you don't like pigeon, you can take figure 4 on your back if that's more comfortable. Now see if you can sit up, lengthening your spine, letting your hips get heavy, seeing if you can find a center between the right and the left, and then slowly come down to your forearms, or maybe all the way down. Maybe you put your head on your hands or a block, and breathe. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Letting your right hip get heavy. Look behind you at your left leg. Make sure it's nice and straight, that your foot is flat and straight. You're not making a banana shape. Maybe if your head is all the way down, you can reach your arms out forward, getting even longer. Maybe if your forehead's on the ground, you can rotate on your third eye a little bit. One more big deep breath here, and then slowly come back up onto your forearms. Slowly lift yourself all the way up. Bend your back knee. Stay here. Or if you want, bring your right hand to the center and reach back with your left leg. So we've done a lot of twisting, a lot of bending. This might feel good, this might not. And then release that. We're gonna make our way into our downward facing dog or tabletop, whichever you prefer, for an in-between. Shaking out your hips, bumping them left to right. And now float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, bring it forward. Left knee to left wrist. Slide your right leg back behind you. Coming into your figure 4, if that's your preference. Keeping your heart lifted, seeing if you're even between your right hip and your left hip. And then taking the time to make your way down to your forearms. Checking in with that back right leg, making sure it's straight, making sure your foot is comfortable, and making any adjustments you need. If this isn't comfortable, move. There should not be pain. And then if you're ready, come down even further. Maybe reach your arms out in front of you. Maybe back to that third eye rock. I like to see if I can scoot my right leg back a little bit further. Let my hips open up just a tiny bit more. One more big deep breath and then slowly come back up onto your forearms. If it interested you, slide your left hand to the center, reach your right arm back behind you, catching your right foot. And then release that right foot. We're all gonna come to tabletop this time, shaking our hips out, and then making our way into a seated position, whether you cross your ankles and roll back or you just turn around. And we're gonna come into a wider straddle position. So see if you can think about sitting up nice and straight. Your legs can be wherever it feels comfortable for you. Letting your hands rest naturally. And then bring your left leg in so that it comes in to meet with your right inner thigh. So you can mirror me. Like I'm the mirror. Reach your arms out to the side. And then bring the right arm inside the right leg if that's available, reaching your left arm up to the ceiling. And this might be enough. This might even be too much. If it is, lift up. If not, reach your left arm over towards your toes. Think about twisting your body away from your leg. Maybe even using that bottom arm as a little bit of a fulcrum. Take one more breath here. And then lift yourself back up, reach your arms out to either side. We're gonna turn towards our toes of our straight leg, reach our fingertips past our toes, and then round forward. Breathing nice and slow, trying not to strain, just letting your body do what your body does naturally. And now slowly roll all the way back up to seated. Extend the left leg out, maybe shift around a little bit if you need to readjust, and then bring the right foot in to meet the left inner thigh. Reach your arms out, sit up nice and tall. Drop the left arm inside, reach the right arm up. And then if you can, if you're interested, reach your arm over towards your toes. Breathing here. Hip heavy, big side stretch. And now lift back up. Turn towards your toes, reach your arms out and past, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, fold forward. Breathe here. And now slowly roll on up. Bring both legs out in front of you. Draw your feet onto the floor, reach your arms forward, and we're gonna slowly roll back. I'm being very conscious of time tonight because this room is being used by another group after us. We're not gonna run over, come all the way down, Once you're down, bring your feet to either edge of your yoga mat. Windshield wiper your knees left to right, right to left. Slowly slow them down, and then extend one leg out away from you, and then the other leg out and away from you. Breathing in, breathing out. So take a big inhale, drawing all the energy into your center, squeezing everything in. And then exhale nice and slow and deep, letting everything out. I'm going to come around with a little bit of lavender oil. If you would like me to skip you, please place one hand on your belly and I'll know to give you your space. Start to slowly deepen your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes, letting everything sort of start to move around, stretch, and then roll onto one side and take a moment there, letting your body adjust. And then when you're ready, press yourself back up into your seated position. Bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Feel the life force move around inside of you. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. Take a big inhale, on your exhale, maybe you bring your chin to your chest, locking all of that in. Thank you all so much for coming to practice tonight. It was my pleasure to lead you through this. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you.